쉽지 않아 보인다.
There is no vaccination.
Fumes of the dead hung in the air like poison.
We have a virus with no treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
It's the blood. There's something in the blood.
This was not God's work.
They're infected! Infected!
The average person touches their face 3 to 5 times every waking minute.
In 3 months, it's 1 billion. That's where we're headed.
Infected with what?
Plague, more cruel, more pitiless than war.
The truth is being kept from the world.
Do not be fooled. Evil lurks within this place, within these people.
They're dead. And you're gonna be next.
Well, it took 34 days to isolate the coronavirus that caused SARS, and that's fast.
Hulu Predictive Programming 2. Here are more movies about pandemics and end-of-the-world plagues that some have said to be predictive programming. These are available on Hulu or other streaming services like Crackle, Max Go, etc. In Danny Boyle's chilling zombie thriller 28 Days Later, a mysterious virus steamrolls through the United Kingdom and turns the nation's populace into bloodthirsty lunatics. A team of survivors tries to cope with the aftermath of the pandemic and find sanctuary, but no one is to be trusted. In this post-apocalyptic society, soldiers attempt to force women into slavery and execute those who don't comply. Humanity is even more monstrous than the zombies at times, but that's the point, as 28 Days Later is an unsettled political allergy and humanist parable. This aptly titled movie is a work of fiction, but based on the true events surrounding the 2018 Nipah outbreak in India. The disease is estimated to have killed at least 75% of those infected, but this movie chronicles a small community's effort to prevent it from spreading. While the subject matter is far from feel-good entertainment, Virus does highlight just how much work physicians and epidemiologists put into containing the crisis, and the film will give you even more admiration for the people working in these fields. Hailing from South Korea, this film is about a virus that tears through Bundang and causes the city to become quarantined. The infected only have 36 hours to live, and no one is able to get in or out of the city. Chaos reigns as communication is cut off and riots break out. This zombie yarn is predictable and more reminiscent of a video game than a movie, but if you're looking for something to pass the time, Pandemic is perfectly fine. The moments involving undead chaos are quite fun, but the majority of the movie is bogged down by scenes that are more reminiscent of a pre-mission moments in first-person shooter video games. Still, the film's depiction of a collapsed society is chaotic enough to feel dangerous at times. No one entered 2020 expecting Steven Soderbergh's Contagion to be one of the year's most talked about movies. However, the world has experienced a global pandemic that's quite reminiscent of the disease in the movie, and people are turning to Contagion as their go-to stress watch. Still, this is a great movie that mostly resists sensationalism for a more grounded take on life during a worldwide virus crisis. The most brutal pandemic in history was the bubonic plague, which spawned in the 1300s and killed as many as 200 million people. It also serves as the backdrop to this fantastic horror adventure movie from English director Christopher Smith. The story follows a band of Puritans who set out to find a village that's not only plague-free, but where there have been reports of black magic being used to both keep the disease away and also to resurrect the dead.
Let me ask you something, Amy. Animals. You've been around any animals in the backyard, even, let's say, a skunk, a raccoon? I'm going to swab the inside of your mouth with this little Q-tip. Damn efficient airborne transmission. We know it acts like a virus. It causes high fever and respiratory distress. Tracking and treating a mysterious outbreak like this would take the CDC months.
For anyone who hasn't been exposed already needs to wear a mask.
China. Isn't that where flu viruses come from?
Yeah, a lot of viruses come from there.
International flight to China?
That's no coincidence. Whatever it is, it originated in China. Well, it took 34 days to isolate the coronavirus that caused SARS, and that's fast.
I'm authorizing a quarantine on everyone who's come in contact with a symptomatic person.
There's got to be something I can do.
And the enzyme this virus needs when they were
So the chloroquine.
malaria.
So the chloroquine.
The chloroquine.
This is it. This is your virus.
I'm sorry, but there's no cure for that. Chloroquine, that's an anti-malarial drug.
No. Listen, it suppresses the enzymes. What happened?
We started everyone on chloroquine, stopped the thing dead in its tracks. Now, the CDC would have figured it out eventually, but not in time.
Could these movies be warnings to the public, or are they in fact predictive programming? Do the people responsible for these films have some kind of secret knowledge about future events?
시민들의 불안 심리를 잠재우기는 쉽지 않아 보입니다.
There is no vaccination, no treatment protocol. Fumes of the dead hung in the air like poison.
We have a virus with no treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
It's the blood. Something in the blood.
This was not God's work.
They're infected. Infected!
The average person touches their face 3 to 5 times every waking minute.
In 3 months, it's 1 billion. That's where we're headed.
Infected with what?
Plague, more cruel, more pitiless than war.
Do not be fooled. Evil lurks within this place, within these people.
Truth is being kept from the world.
사망자 수는 기하급수적으로 늘어날 것으로 예상됩니다.
당장 폐쇄합니다.
They're dead. And you're gonna be next.
Hello. I need you to get me the names of everyone who serviced this room. Demons and necromancers are among us. God's fury rains down on you!
You be the judge.
You be the judge.
Ramen Noodle Gang. We the Ramen Noodle Gang. Ramen Noodle